Hello and welcome back to another video on Unpack Technologies. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to install Chrome OS Flex on your Windows PC. This is a great alternative to Windows on your PC if it might be getting a little bit older or it may not officially support Windows 11. So let's get straight into it. And just before we get started, let me know in the comments below if you would like to see Windows 11 on an unsupported PC and a video tutorial on how to do that, because I'm more than happy to make that if you'd like to see that. And I want to provide as many options to you as possible as to what operating systems you would like to run on your hardware. So definitely let me know. And also if there's any other Linux suggestions or any operating systems in general. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to a screen recording to show you how to create the bootable installer for the Chrome OS Flex operating system, which is what will allow us to plug it into our computer and install the OS, or just try it off the USB, depending on your preferences. So I'll switch over to that screen recording now so that we can take a look how to do that. Alright, so now that we've switched over to the screen recording on the Windows 10 device, it's now time to create the USB drive for the Chrome OS Flex installer, and just be aware this will also work on Windows 11 and previous versions of Windows as well. Alright, so to start off, you'll need to open your browser. Now, if you already have a Chromium-based browser on your computer, such as Chrome itself or something like Brave or Microsoft Edge, then you will not need to install a separate browser for this. And as all Windows 10 and 11 computers are pre-installed with Microsoft Edge, you should already have that browser. If you've uninstalled it by chance and don't have anything like Chrome or Brave, then you will need to download Chrome. So I'll quickly show you how to do that now. All you need to do is type in Chrome into your search engine, and then you can just click download Google Chrome here, and then we'll give it a moment to load. And then you'll just be clicking the blue button once it loads in, which will say download Chrome. There we go. You'll just click that button, and then it will follow. You'll follow any normal Windows installation. So then once you've got your Chromium-based browser open on your computer, you can then go to the description below and get the link for the installation guide for Chrome OS Flex. So then you can just click on that link and open it in your Chromium-based web browser, like I'm doing now. And then the first thing I'd recommend having a look at is the certified models list. It's a little blue link just under the Before You Begin section. So if you just open that, we can have a look at their certified models list. So you can see here, they've got all the different models here. And this is the model status. Verified to work means the models are expected to work with Chrome OS Flex. Minor issues expected mean that models are likely to support at least basic functionality but are still being worked on, and you may run into minor issues. And major issues expected means that they're known to have major issues such as boot issues and are not recommended for use with Chrome OS Flex. So you can see all the different brands here. Don't worry if your particular model isn't listed on here, because you can still give it a go anyway if you're happy to take that risk. You can just try it out on the USB first before you install it, so that you don't erase everything just in case it doesn't work properly. But you can see here you've got all the different models, and you can see it either says verified to work, minor issues expected, or major issues expected. I'd definitely give it a go if it says verified to work. If you're happy to take the risk, then you could give it a go if minor issues expected, but I probably wouldn't recommend doing it if it says major issues expected. So then once you've had a look at that list, we can close out of it. And then we can click to the next step, create the USB installer, just the little blue button here. And then you'll see the next step. Now, what you'll need to do is install the Chromebook Recovery Utility Chrome extension. So you can click on the little Chrome Web Store link here, And what you'll need to do is this, if you're using something like Microsoft Edge, you'll see this little pop-up and you'll need to click Allow Extensions from Other Stores and then click Allow here. And then it will reload the page. And then now what you'll need to do is click Add to Chrome. And then it will give you a little warning, just click Add Extension. It will load in the extension here. And it now says Chromebook Recovery Utility has been added to your browser. So we can X out of that. Now, on Microsoft Edge, by default, it's holding it here, but I know on Chrome, it by default hides it. So you'll see that there's a little puzzle piece here, and this is similar on Chrome as well. If you click that, then you can choose to either hide it or show the extension there. I'd recommend showing it just so you can find it easily. So I'll leave it on that. This little eye icon here on Chrome, it looks like a little pin. So then what you'll need to do is click on that little extension there, and I'll make this full screen. And it says, create a recovery media for your Chromebook. It says you'll need an 8GB or larger USB flash drive or SD card that you don't mind erasing. So make sure that you have a USB drive. I'd recommend USB 3.0 if possible, but USB 2 will work fine. It's just that the USB 3 will run a little bit faster, and it needs to be 8GB or larger, and make sure you do not have any important files on it, as it will be erased. So once you've found that USB, you can just click Get Started, and then you'll see Identify your Chromebook. You'll need to click the little blue button that says Select a Model from a list. So if you click that there, then you'll see two drop-down menus. Start by clicking Select a Manufacturer, and you'll need to scroll down until you see Google Chrome OS Flex. It must be Google Chrome OS Flex. Can't be any of these other manufacturers, otherwise it will not work. So you need to click Google Chrome OS Flex there, and then when you go to select a product, it'll say Chrome OS Flex. And at the time of recording, it's in developer mode, which can be quite unstable. So it might have some instabilities on it. But if by the time you're doing this, the stable version is released, I definitely recommend going with the stable one. But for now, the only option is the unstable developer version. So then make sure those details match, and then just click Continue. And now it's time to insert the USB flash drive. So I'll plug it into my machine here. And give it a moment for it to detect. There we go. Norton wants to scan it. I'll just click Not Now for that. And then it says it has a little select menu here. If we click that, we can then choose my USB drive. So I'll click that there and click Continue. And once again, it says create a recovery image, and it's warning you that everything on the drive will be erased, and it's giving a little warning for the drive that you selected. Definitely double and triple check that that is the right drive that you want to erase. And then you can just click Create Now. Now, this step will now create the USB bootable media, and it will probably take around 10 to 20 minutes, depending on the speed of your internet when it downloads the image, and then the speed of your drive when it flashes the actual image. Now, I've actually, for the sake of this video, already got a installer created, so that we don't have to wait through this process again. But it'll start by downloading the image, then it will unpack the image, and then it will flash it, which will take the longest time, and then it will verify. Now, just let it go through that and wait till it says that it's completed. And then once you've completed that process, we can then move on to the next step, which I'll switch back to the camera recording now to show you that process. So we'll switch over and we can go through the next step. All right, so now that we've created the bootable installer, we can now shut down the Windows PC. And now what we can do here is we can plug in our bootable installer into one of the USB ports here. Now you won't really be able to see it very well because it's out of frame, but I've just plugged that into one of the USB ports. And on this particular Lenovo PC model, I have made a video on how to access the boot menu options on this particular model in the past. I'll leave that linked up in the cards. But what we actually need is a little paperclip or SIM ejector tool to poke into the side of this model. So there's a little hole over on this side here, and what I need to do is poke it into there. So I'll give that a go now. All right, and then I just push in. There's a little button there, and this will open the boot options. And now what we need to choose is boot menu. Now, obviously this will vary depending on your manufacturer. So it might be F12 or F10. You will need to look that up prior to doing so. Or you can leave it in the comments below and I'll try my best to find the key for you. And then just click enter. And then what we need to select is the USB flash drive. So we'll go down to that and click enter. And it will now load in the Chrome operating system. Now, it may take a little while on first boot and some of the animations may not be super smooth like now, but that's just because it's running off the USB drive, and that would be significantly improved if you actually installed it on your hard drive or SSD. So we'll give it a moment to load in here. As I said, it could take a little while, so just be patient with it. It's definitely still doing things. It's also good to get a USB that flashes because that's handy to know when it's actually operating. And you can now see that it says, welcome to CloudReady 2.0, aka Chrome OS Flex. And what we can do now is on our trackpad, we can get our mouse and go down to the Get Started button. So we'll click that now, click Get Started. And then we've got a couple of options here. We can either install Chrome OS Flex or try it first, just running off the USB. So to start off, I'll show you how to do try it first later, but to start off, I'll show you how to install it. So we'll click on Install CloudReady 2.0 and then I'll click Next here. And then it says installing CloudReady 2.0. Before starting, make sure that you have a backup of all of your data. Installing CloudReady 2.0 will overwrite your entire hard drive. So be aware there's no sort of dual booting options as of the time of recording with this. So we'll just erase the entire drive. So be aware of that when you're performing this process. There's no way of going back. So then you can click Install CloudReady and it'll give you one final warning. And once you're okay with erasing your entire drive, you can then click Install. I'm going to click close for now so I can show you the other option though. And what you can do, the other option is try it first, running it straight off of the USB flash drive. So actually I'd recommend this for most people if you're just trying to see if Chrome OS is right for you before overriding the entire drive. So if you select this option, you can then click next. And now it'll ask us to join a Wi-Fi network. So I'll just enter the password for my network and I'll come back when I've done that. All right, and it's just connecting now. Be aware that you do need a Wi-Fi connection for this to work. If you don't have a Wi-Fi, you won't be able to proceed with the setup process. And now it's asking us to agree to the terms of service. So you can read through the terms and conditions there, and then it's optional to select sharing analytics data with Google. I'm going to unselect that for now, and then we'll click accept and continue. And now it's asking who's using this Chrome device. You can either set it up for yourself or a child. I'm going to set it up for myself here and then click next. And then it's going to ask for a Google account. Now you must have a Google account for this to work. You cannot set this up without a Google account, unfortunately. So you're going to have to enter that in. So I'll enter it in and then I'll come back once I've completed the login details. All right, so once you've entered those details, it will go to a please wait screen here with the little loading icon. I'll give that a moment here. All right, and then it says please wait with the little loading circle. And then it says, would you like to sync your Chrome OS device? I'm going to just click accept and continue for now. You can change those settings later. And then it's asking for hardware data collection. I'm just going to decline that for now. Accept and continue. And then it will load the Google Assistant. Now, from my experience, sometimes this can fail, which it might do today. I'm not sure, but if it fails, don't worry too much. It'll sort of sometimes then start working once you log in. But this is the type of thing you can sort of expect with a developer build, which can be quite unstable. And you can see here it says it was unable to load. I'm just going to click skip. And now it says you're all set. You are ready to start using your Chrome device. So let's click get started. Could be a little bit slow when it first loads in the OS just because it's running off a USB. But we're greeted with the Discover app. We can just close out of that for now so we can see the entire UI. And here we go. We can see that this computer is now running Chrome OS. So we've got the Chrome browser here. We've got all the different options. It's actually really quite good. So yeah, that's a really good process if you'd love to breathe some new life into an aging computer. And it actually does run quite smoothly once it's loaded in. So I definitely recommend this process to anyone who has a computer that might be struggling on something like Windows and would like to try something like a more versatile Chrome OS. So yeah, hopefully this video was really helpful in providing you with the steps you needed to install Chrome OS Flex on your Windows PC. And let me know in the comments below if you've had any good success and if you have any questions as well, or also just some video suggestions, because I'm more than happy to make them. Hopefully this was helpful and you've had some great success with installing Chrome OS Flex on your Windows PC. Thanks for watching this video on Unpacked Technologies. Don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.